So here we are in Berlin, and we're together here with the gallerist Claes Nordenhake at his home, where he also keeps his own collection. As a gallerist, I understand you also collect art. What's your idea on collecting for yourself?
Well, if you're interested in art, eventually you become a collector, because there are certain works that you come across, or certain artists with whom you work that you feel has something to do with your own personality, and you want to explore that. Basically, it's artists that I have been working with over 45 years, where I have selected one or more works for myself. There are also other artworks here. I mean, you mentioned some African, so-called tribal art, which I've also been, I mean, you know, you've seen the studios of Braque and Picasso. African art, ritual objects were always a very big inspiration for a lot of artists.
And finding the art and working together with galleries or going to fairs, is there a structure that you could find working together with a gallery in a serious way?
Yeah, I mean, if you trust the gallery and you seem to have similar interests, then if the gallery is a serious gallery, which I would say most primary galleries are, then it's absolutely the best way to talk with the gallery, to get advice. I mean, there are basically the artist, there's the critic, there's the gallery, and there might be a museum person of your liking, and all of these are important.
Would you rather sell to a collector than to anyone from the street?
There are certain artists where there's a high demand. We would sell to an artwork by one of the artists in high demand, only to collectors that we know are serious. If an artist gets in high demand, then there is no way that everybody can get a work. You have to qualify it.
How do you become the certificate collector?
Certified collector, yeah, that's a big question. I mean, you get to know this person, and you know that it is somebody who is not going to sell the work. You know that there's a serious research behind interest. The person probably has a longer tradition of collecting. It is also an intuitive thing.
How should an artist work to become a collectible artist?
A good artist, in my view, is somebody who works for himself. And he doesn't work for the audience, he works for himself. For instance, Stanley Whitney, for a long time, wasn't very well known. He's in his late 70s now, but it took a long time before he became a household name, so to speak. He kept on working in the way that he did also 20, 30 years ago. Now, big exhibitions lately has made him a household name.
The world of collecting art, has it changed over, say, the last 20 years?
Or let's go back 40 years. 40 years ago, there were a few souls who were very interested in art. Media is suddenly very interested in art. There's an economic incentive. Art has become an investment category. It's an alternative investment for many people. I don't like that, but I cannot say that it is all bad, because it creates possibilities for galleries to exist.
So if you look into the crystal ball, into the future, what is the world of collecting tomorrow?
I always hope that people who get bitten by this collecting bug I mean, they should follow their intuition, but the intuition is also something which consists of a lot of experience and a lot of information collecting, a lot of talks with other people, a lot of visiting studios, visiting other exhibitions of other artists, and eventually you come to a conclusion that this is a work that speaks to me. It's something that you have to assign time to become a collector.
So Claes, if you were to give an advice to a person that wants to become an art collector, what would you say?
Gather as much information as you can, see as many exhibitions as you can, and then follow your intuition.